Super Bowl 54 is just days away, so we are helping you get ready for the big game.
Yeah, we have crews all over Miami this week getting you an insider look before the game is bay-bound for 2021.
So let's start with Ryan Bass. He is just wrapping up his day on Radio Row, putting the finishing touches on the new Tampa Bay 55 podcast. Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, 3 hours of recording and a handful of interviews later, we've chopped it all down to a nice, easy 48-minute listen as episode 2 of the Tampa Bay 55 podcast, now available wherever you get your podcasts, Apple and Spotify. You know, my favorite part, and I'm sure a lot of people out there are going to love it too, is the chance we had to catch up with former Buccaneer legend John Lynch. And I'll tell you, Lynch is a hot commodity these days, fresh off being named NFL Executive of the Year. The 49ers GM, he was pretty hard to get a hold of yesterday at opening night in Miami, but we were able to catch up with him for a couple of minutes. And the minute we brought up the name Derrick Brooks, you could see his smile. He was emanating all throughout the ballpark, talking about his former teammate. And hopefully, Lynch will have an opportunity to join Brooks in the Hall of Fame on Saturday if he's elected. But either way, the former teammates, they're going to be together for Super Bowl 54 here in Miami, watching the game in a suite. You know, Lynch actually joked, as the 49ers GM, he gets access to some pretty cool tickets. So it'll be Brooks and Lynch together, taking it all in, just like they did for all those years in Tampa Bay.
My wife and I sat down and said, let's think of a list of people most important to us in our lives. And that was the first call I made, other than family and all that. So that's what he means to me. Tremendous friend, has been for years. He always has my back. I try to do the same for him. And we've got a bond that can't ever be broken. I'm so proud of him for everything he does on and off the field. Really a hero in Tampa to me. And can't wait to share this Sunday with him.
And he, of course, is the co-chair for Tampa Bay 55 and the Super Bowl host committee. The first pod, we got Brooks. Episode 2, John Lynch. I think we're off to a pretty good start. If you want to download the Tampa Bay 55 podcast, you can get it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also text 55 to 727-577-8550, and we'll send you a download link right to your phone. Ladies, we had so much good content today. We also spoke to a couple of Chiefs players that have Tampa Bay ties, an NFL executive as well. We'll also hear more from John Lynch coming up in the next hour. Now, while I was locked down to a 6-foot table here at Radio Row, Justin Granite was out parading around Hard Rock Stadium. I also saw, buddy, you were able to get a lift in the middle of the day today. Jay, did you get some steps walking across that field at Hard Rock Stadium too?
You know what? We got the steps, we got the calories, we got the curls. It has been a long day, but a fun day here in Miami. You know, you can consider Miami the home of the Super Bowl, not just 54. On Sunday, Miami will host a record 11th Super Bowl, breaking a tie with New Orleans. Now, our city is not too far behind. Tampa will play host to the big game for a 5th time come next February. And Ray J, well, it's already getting set up. Today, I spoke with NFL Senior Director of Planning, Eric Finkelstein. We caught up at Hard Rock Stadium to talk about Raymond James Stadium.
We've already started planning Tampa, if you can believe that. We've been there multiple times already and started working out where things are going to live on the site. So, and we have folks that are actually down here, as you can imagine, from Tampa that are already looking around at everything in preparation for next year.
How important is that to get those people from Tampa, from Raymond James Stadium, down here to Hard Rock?
It is huge. It's vital because, it makes things so much smoother when you have folks, that get it and know what goes into it. Oh yeah, I remember from Miami, that was over here and that's how that worked. So then when we start talking about it, they have a frame of reference. This is, I think, my 3rd or 4th Super Bowl at Raymond James. So, will be. So I feel confident, and looking forward to next year of, having, an amazing game, and having an amazing week down in Tampa.
So if you think this all comes together with a flip of the switch or a snap of the finger, it takes years of planning in such an advantageous theme and setting to have the Super Bowl prior to Tampa right here in Miami. Similar climates, similar atmospheres, so that the people in Tampa are already getting prepped, already here in Miami, because they know Raymond James Stadium and Super Bowl 55 is right around the corner. Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, we did a little bit more than just talk at Hard Rock Stadium. We also broke out the fork, the knife, and maybe a little bit of a bib too. We're going to have a preview of what to expect with the cuisine here at Miami, and also what it could be like at Tampa at Raymond James Stadium.
That sounds delicious. We'll see you coming up at 6 o'clock. That makes me hungry.
Oh yeah, looking forward to that.